I probably got crust in my eyes, tears in my eyes because I just watched both of Sarah Jakes Roberts' most recent sermons, okay? Within the last week, my TikTok has grown like 2,000 followers in 1 week. My YouTube has grown like 500 subscribers in 1 week. Like, this is the most attention I've gotten ever, like, that quickly, and I feel like it keeps happening. But something else that I'm reflecting on is the fact that like I keep running from what God wants me to do because I don't want to put myself in a box. And this is something I'm honestly struggling with because I feel like I am very multifaceted and I've overcome so many things and I understand so many things and I've learned so many things that I'm just like, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about that, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about that. Like, I don't want to get stuck in a box. And the box that I'm talking about is every time I go on TikTok and I talk about growing up sheltered or I talk about being an introvert, growing up introvert, you know, growing up shy, growing up the good girl. Every time I do that, I go viral on TikTok. That is the only time where my videos blow up within like 3 days, meaning like 80K, 50K, 100K. I keep trying to run from that because I just don't want to be placed in a box. But I'm trying to get out of that, and I am getting out of that because the amount of people that keep commenting, I did not know I was the only one. The reason why I'm so, the reason why I post about it is because that's something I used to messed me up so bad mentally growing up. Like, I literally hated myself and I literally was so depressed over the fact of who I was because of how people made me feel and because I felt alone. And that is like literally one of the tricks of the enemy is to make you feel like you're the only person going through something. So for me to get on here, I don't know, I don't take it as vulnerable because people be like, how can you be an introvert and post? I don't know. Like a inner child type of dream to be a content creator, YouTuber. So I don't know why, or maybe this is why the purpose to be the one to put it on the forefront for people to know where to come. Naturally, I'm introverted. Like, I personally feel like it was trauma based, but now it's my personality. You know, it that's a whole nother story. But I feel like I'm trying to stop running from the fact that I feel like my purpose in life right now is to get all of my peoples and help them and create a safe space because you probably have very negative things associated with how you feel about yourself because of who you are. As someone who has overcome that, basically, I feel like I am getting all of my people. I don't know how to say it properly. That's just how I, in my head. And she was just talking about being a conqueror and having a territory, and that's how I really feel. I feel like that is my purpose as of right now. Who knows what it will be later, and I feel like I need to stop because I have dealt with anxiety, and I'm always trying to think of, oh, what about 5 years from now, what I'm gonna be doing? No, right now, the way I keep going viral, every time I put the word introvert, sheltered, or anything in my title, and people are genuinely like, thank you, that is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I'm supposed to be. So if you're new here, I have a YouTube channel where I do a Black Girl Introvert Diaries. I basically share my weekly life so that you can have a safe place. Because I know with dealing with depression, anxiety, and negative thoughts about yourself, having someone to relate to is comforting. And that also helps you to feel less and less like it's just you, which will ultimately help you mentally. And it will just be a domino effect in your life of like confidence and things like that. My video is currently uploading, but I have 50 episodes at this point. It's been a whole year straight of me doing this, and I'm gonna stop running from posting about it. And then also, I have so many tips because I am an introvert who is getting into her place of learning how to speak up for herself because I was also a people pleaser. I grew up sheltered. I had or I still mingle into the social anxiety category, but I do want to be able to speak up for myself more. That's what I've been working on. That's what I've been actually doing a lot lately. And I talk about it in my vlog to help people, introverts. It comes down to just introverts, but in there you have shy, weird, boring, whatever the people, claim you as, because I'm not going to get into that. But I basically want to also put out videos on my YouTube channel and on here too of how to, you know, learn how to talk to people because it's literally a thing. Growing up sheltered, becoming an introvert, social anxiety, having simple conversations, it seems like the hardest thing to do. But if you've been on my vlogs or you've been on my channel, you know that that's something I've overcome, and that's what I mean. Like, I want to start stepping more into that content and stop running from it. So Sarah Jakes Roberts' sermons literally just led me to that in confirmation, I feel like. Because what triggered all of this was me getting a comment saying how my channel was boring, my life was not moving fast enough, da da da. If you didn't see it, it's on my page or it's on my YouTube. Um, the word boring used to be a trigger for me. The word boring used to make me go back when I was younger, run in my room, cry, hate myself, and walk around depressed for the next, couple months just to add more months to my depression. this time, even though I got a bit defensive, I stood my ground. And I feel like in her sermon, she talked about having a territory. And I feel like I understand now that my YouTube channel, my TikTok are my territory. I'm protecting this. Like, it's been built by me. God led me to build it, led me to build this. And nobody's negative comments are going to tear it down. Like, there's literally nothing no one can say to me or my supporters that I'm not going to defend or they're not going to defend, and that you're just gonna get away with and try to tear down. You're the enemy to me, so you up out of here. That's how I feel. If you didn't see the notes I just posted, it's hard for me to explain things sometimes when if I don't say it right away, I kind of forget. But that's the basis of it. I'm gonna stop running from what I feel like my purpose is right now, which is to get my peoples and to help people with things that I have overcome. It. I know how bad it felt. I was functionally depressed for almost like 10 years. I've had anxiety probably since I was a baby. Okay, that probably trickled from mother to daughter, from parents to kid at this point. I've literally overcome so much. Like, I'm done running from what I need to talk about, what I know I need to talk about, because that fulfills me. Knowing that I made a video, I don't care if it gets 10 views. Knowing that I possibly helped someone to overcome a mental battle that they've been dealing with for a long time, that's enough. I would do this for the rest of my life, even if I didn't get paid. It's that serious. I've been doing it for like on and off for 5 years. I've been most consistent this last year, and I plan to continue to be consistent. But it's not a money thing for me. It's literally like I remember being 16, 17 years old. When I would be upset, the first thing I would say is, I can't wait to grow up and help other people to not feel how I felt. What 16 and 17-year-old going through depression is thinking about others? That's how I know it's way deeper, and that's why I'm like, I'm done running from it, because even younger as I've been had this mission in her head, and I'm just going to accomplish it. If you're new, I have a lot that I can say about myself, but I am an introvert. I grew up shy. I grew up the people pleaser. I grew up a parentified child. I grew up sheltered. I grew up depressed. I grew up with anxiety, and I'm just trying to figure my life out. Okay, and I'm just trying to help others to have a safe place to watch the journey, because that's something she also talked about in her sermon, and that's where I'm at. I'm going through the journey. If you want to cry and be like, oh, people who make it, they don't deserve it, this is someone showing you from the beginning and through of what it's going to be like 5 years from now. When I'm a whole different person. So if you want to go on a journey, or you want to enter your own journey or have a safe place, this TikTok and my YouTube channel is where you need to be.